Second.
There we go. All right, our special meeting dated July 24th, 2025 will open with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, public comment.
I still think that the rates that they want over there is outrageous. I know the 15% fine for the police, but for everything else, the increase, that to me, that's way too much. I mean, you still have no say in the police department. The village gives the police chief a 7-year contract, which I think is totally wrong. And do you guys get any back with the tickets that they write? I'm just curious.
They rate them, most of them, to state law, which would go to the state.
Because.
Don't answer your question. No, not at this time.
So we're paying out, and if they were to write $10,000 worth of tickets a month, you get nothing, and the village gets their percentage.
I recognize your comments.
I'm just.
Okay, I recognize your comments.
You know,
I mean, they're not writing $10,000 worth of tickets.
I know, but I just threw that out as.
Right, I get it. Okay, I appreciate your comments.
You know, so the village is getting a kickback from the tickets that the police do write, where the township is not getting anything back. And I think that's wrong, and I think that the township not getting any say in anything to do with the police department is also wrong.
Your comments are respected. Okay, new business, our police contract and a bill payable to the village for police billing insurance. So start out on a new contract. I think we're all pretty much appraised of the length of time and the issues that arose during the contract negotiations. At this time, we have a contract that is acceptable to the village, hopefully acceptable to our board. It is acceptable to our township attorney, Mr. Siebert, and acceptable to the village attorney, Mr. Michael Gildner. So at this time, I guess I'll open the floor if there's any discussion, questions, comments, concerns. Now would be the time.
I had a question. First, a comment. Thanks to all the people that were involved in the negotiation with the village. I know there was a lot going back and forth, and with the attorneys, it's not an easy task. And I didn't have time, and I appreciate those that did. But I did have one question on Article 3, second paragraph. The last sentence states that the sum shall be paid in 12 equal payments, consecutive monthly installments, with the first installment beginning July 1st. Don't we pay in the arrears on that? Wouldn't that not be August 1st?
So I asked them about that because yes, in previous years it has been that way. I explained to them that for us to maintain our amount to get through the year, because we don't collect until the winter tax bill, that it would have to be that. I mean, we're already through the month of July. It wouldn't get approved until August anyway at the board meeting to pay that bill.
Right, but we plus we paid June's bill on July 1st, right?
We paid June's bill. It was paid.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
July
right.
meeting, correct.
Right. So
At the old rate, yes.
right. So we're not going to, for this contract, we're not going to backpedal to the 1st and start prepaying.
No, because
For the month.
it has to be approved at the board meeting before I can pay the bill.
So then this needs to change to August 1st? Because this is a specific date. It doesn't call out a month. This is a day that we are supposed to, the first installment is supposed to begin.
I think they understand we're not gonna pay until our next meeting.
It's pretty much the way it's been, Jenny, right?
Right, yeah, it's always.
For the last 3-year contracts have been that way.
And then we pay it.
Well, I didn't have a copy of the old one. I saw there was the blank one in here, and that was empty. The one that was Article 3.
Yeah, the old one said the same thing, or the one they proposed.
Okay, I do see that. Yep. Okay.
But that is a good point, Rick, because on paper right now, if push came to shove, it would say we owed $54,000 on July 1st. So we should probably just,
That puts us even further
Make sure
behind, that puts us further behind that January 1st, right? Because then we're,
And I explained that to Dale, that we've always done in arrears, and since we just paid for June and July, we really can't pay for July until August.
I think we should at least ask the question,
It's fine.
ask the question if they're willing to update that, but
Anything else?
because it does say in there about 30-day delinquent, they can cancel.
so you mean the last article?
And yeah, and one of them, it says that if we're 30 days delinquent,
So the original proposal said that they could cancel immediately if we were late.
mhm,
And we had them adjust that if we've been late 30 days.
Right.
And we need a little bit of time. If we have to do something, we want a little bit of time to do it. And they were fine with it, so they adjusted it to 30 days.
right, but July 1st, if it's due then, July 31st is when it's due. And we're not gonna approve it until the second week of August, right?
13th.
So we're gonna be 45 days late per this. So, other than that, I'm good.
Okay, I did talk to him, but I don't think that's an issue with us doing it, like we've always done. After the month is completed, we pay at our next board meeting.
Would it make sense to document that with maybe a quick email, say just per our discussion? Our understanding is,
I can-
just so we have something that we could point to say was,
Yep,
brought
I
up
can
and-
email the
yeah.
village and ask them that they're okay with that.
Yeah.
So,
That's addressed in Giltner's letter also,
Yeah.
30-day issue.
no, I mean, so Rick's issue, which is a good one, literally the contract says we owe $54,000 on July 1st, and Jenny has had the conversation. But it might be worth memorializing that conversation with just a follow-up email, so that if there's ever an issue, if you win the lottery, Jenny, and the rest of us all go on a Hawaiian vacation with you, the next people know this was agreed to and talked about. That's all.
Yep, I can email them on Monday. And or something, saying that that's okay.
Are they,
I don't think that's an issue though.
they sign the contract first and then we sign it, right?
What's that, Rick?
We're approving you and Jenny to sign on behalf
Hopefully
tonight.
the board does, yes.
And then they actually physically sign it before you do. So we can ask them and they can update that to August 1st before they sign it. So that would work.
What do you mean updated? You want the contract updated? Oh, I thought we were just gonna have an email
Whichever
that
works.
confirms.
Whichever works.
I mean, I guess I think they would have an issue changing it to August 1st, because then it almost looks like our contract didn't take place at all in July.
Correct.
You look at it that from their perspective.
I think that's a good point, Rick, but it'll probably be noted in the next contract negotiations a year from now to fix that discrepancy somehow in wording. But right now, I think this is the way it's been.
The first sentence of the contract in the first paragraph says that it begins on the first day of July of 2025. So that's covered there of when it starts. Either way, I don't want to be in the rears. So I'm fine with it. I'll approve it with the July 1st, but it's just,
I will,
If-
I can.
if it comes back, contract's,
Yeah.
the way I look at it, contract's a contract to contract, right? If it says this, you follow that.
Right.
So,
So I mean, we can talk to them and see if they can put like the 31st of each, if they want to
Mhm.
say, the first payment's due July 31st. Technically, I can pay that because the next payment would be,
Mhm.
it'd be, a few weeks before our meeting, but
Mhm.
that could be a paid of that too, that's fine.
that's all I had.
Anything else from the board? Can we entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the contract between Almont Township and Almont Village for police contract services for the year of 2020, well, beginning July 1st, 2025, as presented,
Can you just add to your motion,
ending.
to have the supervisor and clerk sign on the behalf of
Certainly.
the township?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor.
I'll support it.
Do we have support? We have support. We'll do a roll call vote, Jenny.
Dodge,
Yes.
Swears,
Yes.
Streeter,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Eschenberg,
Yes.
Kennedy, yes, Grosbeck.
Yes.
After the motion and support, there was no discussion. I'd like to add into there that if they would have allowed a 1-week extension or 2-week extension, we wouldn't be where we are tonight. They were always saying that we're at fault, but from what I hear that went on, they were the ones that didn't want to negotiate, take a week. We would have been done with this a long time ago. So, and yes, everybody that worked on it, you did a good job too.
Good job.
Thank you.
Dennis, Mike, and the board. Okay, item number 2, we have a invoice for a bill payable to the village for insurance coverage, fiscal year 2023, 2024, 2025. The total invoice balance is $3,803.74. So I'll open the floor to any questions, comments, concerns, reference that bill.
I'll make a motion to approve the invoice from Almont Village for insurance coverage of the police building for the total of $3,803.74.
Motion on the floor. Any support?
Support.
Okay, we have support. All in favor
We have questions.
Discussion.
or discussion? Go ahead.
Do we have copies of the paid invoices? I see a bunch of them for 38,000. I don't see any of the smaller ones.
So this is the same type of bill I get from Decker. They don't break it down for you. You get your total bill, and then I have a percentage thing, like for when I get ours for fire and the township, it's just broken down into a percentage. So they do the same type of thing, just break it down. I figured it out, it came out to like, over the 3 years, it was like 1.85% of their total bill.
So, okay, so you're satisfied that the 3 amounts align with the 3 annual payments, some percentage
Yes.
that we don't, I mean, we've done that, but I'm looking at a
Yeah, because she,
$58,000 bill saying, well, how does that come out to
right.
$1,043?
She does it by like coverage and there's percentages and she does a whole like spreadsheet thing for it.
So you can assure us this is legitimately
Yes.
calculated, it has been paid, and we do indeed owe it.
Yeah, according to the contract, yes, we do indeed vote it. Kim Kiesler is very good at her job and she
I'm
is
not-
down to the percentage of she goes right down to like 0.0, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe it's completely accurate, yes.
I'm not challenging that. All I'm saying is if we go and buy a candy bar at Vinkers, we got to turn in a receipt. And I never saw a receipt that said $1,043.49.
Because that's gonna be the same, that's how our bill comes. It comes exactly like that Decker bill there for them. Ours comes in a huge lump sum and I just break it down by percentages as far as who pays what.
Can we start getting that annually so that we aren't getting it at the end of 3 years? I guess we'll have to now because it's a 1-year contract.
Right, it'll be a 1-year contract.
Okay.
So, but I can, if we, keep doing it and it's a longer contract, I'm sure that would not be a problem with the village to issue it once a year.
Have we ever paid it previous to 3 years?
We have not, I think it was an oversight. I believe we owed it. Because if you look at the contract, it says right there, township equally sharing its portion for the Almont Police Station. And the municipality agreement shows that we own 50% of that building. So if we own 50%, we should be paying 50% of the insurance on that building.
Y'all should have a copy of that.
Yeah, I've seen it. I just think it's their mistake, not ours. I would say the correct way to do that would be someone to approach the township board and say, hey, we've neglected to charge you this.
But this is the end of this past contract, so that's why, I get she did 3 years in a row, but it was part of the 3-year contract and that contract just.
I just don't, to me, I'm not buying into it for me, but that's just me. I'm just voicing my opinion, so.
And in the future, I'm sure she would have no problem just doing it, if we
Yeah,
had a longer contract,
absolutely.
she would do it once a year, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, any other board discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion is approved. Any other board discussion? Back that up. Public comment. Board discussion. Motion to adjourn?
I will make that motion.
Support? Okay, we stand adjourned. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Adjourned.
Who had the lottery on the 20 minutes?
That's a record for this board.
It was 17. I said 15, you said 20. We went-
Can you, Mike, can you turn the
Mike,
lights off? Thanks.